Hey Z, good morning. Good morning. You're first. I'm just getting set up here. Hey Z, good morning. Good morning. You're Newfoundland Bill. Good morning. Yes, we're. I fell asleep, and sorry for being a little bit later than normal. And setting up, not as quickly as I'd hoped. Neil, good morning to you too. Yep, we're here. Uh, I guess the big talk around the internet is when is DJI going to ship out the Mini 3s that everybody has reserved or ordered, or all of the above? There's talk that over in Europe that they're going to be receiving them, be shipping them the 19th, which is coming up Thursday, or in the US, they're talking about shipping maybe on the 29th, begin shipping. So then whatever shipping time takes, it just happens. Hey Z, everything is it's 57 degrees here, and it's kind of hazy, cloudy. Not not the best weather in the world, but it is what it is. Um, it's 57 degrees here. Just getting things squared around here a little bit so that I can keep an eye on what's going on. And oh, excuse me, still yawning, still waking up. Okay, the first batch, but we don't. AZ, did you ever get a formal confirmation of your order, or did you do the research yourself to find out, kind of like shipping and that kind of thing? Hey, Tank, good morning. Good morning. Anybody'd like to join me on the panel? It's up at the top of the chat. My usual co-host, Paul Hodges, I believe, is on the road. He's got to make some rounds today with the sign business. And so that was his plan, was to take off right after doing the school bus to head out. He may pop in periodically. Hey, Newfound, how you doing? He's coming in.
Right. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Bill, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you, buddy?
Well, another day in paradise, they say, right?
I hear you, buddy.
Did you, now what you were talking about buying the 249 grams, right?
Yes, I was, and I bought it. I pre-ordered it, so.
Okay, so you pre-ordered the 3?
Yeah, I did. Get 3 Pro with the smart controller, or the RC Pro.
Yeah, that's what I ordered too. I hadn't planned on ordering one right away, but then when I lost the Air 2 and replaced it, and DJI, of course, screwed me over a little bit on the the care refresh and on the replacing the drone. But they offered me a 25% discount on drone on any DJI product. So I jumped on it and bought that because I figured, well, $185 off the price is better than nothing at all.
You're right, Paul. You're lucky to get that off, actually. The guy that I usually order from, I asked him for a discount, but he couldn't give me one because DJI don't give them out, apparently. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, well, they had to send me a link, a discount code, and when I ordered it, I got screwing around a little bit, and so I jumped over to another because I thought, well, maybe do I want to order anyway? So it says that this code has already been used; it's not valid. So I went back into one of my other screens, and I was still in the ordering process and finished it off.
crazy.
Yeah, so it was definitely a one-time code.
Yeah. I can't wait for the drone, really. My shipping date, AZ, I think he said that it was going to be shipped out. Let me see. I'll check for you to make sure exactly the date. Hold on now. He told me June 29th is going to be shipped.
Going to ship on the 29th. Okay.
Yeah. So he said that's when they're going to be available. DJI told him anyway. So I don't know. He's he's a dealer for DJI. Got
Yeah.
to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of different because I don't know if you saw Bill the drone reviewer was on. He did a little thing yesterday about shipping and things on the 3. And
Yeah.
so everybody's got different dates in mind. I know that AZ David he did send an email out, and they said that they were going to ship his starting the 29th of this month. So
I'll show you right on the website, June 29th. Now it says on Canada Drone. I don't know if that's just for Canada. Like, I don't know. I understand. Some people, why are people getting different days? I don't understand.
well, they and the other thing that is kind of interesting is they were doing quoting batches, like
Yeah.
the
Okay.
first run, the first run.
Okay.
And it's like, well, okay, I didn't order it on the first day, but I ordered it because of their wanting me to settle my case with a discount. Did my discount make it into the second batch, third batch, or was it in the first batch? I don't know.
Yeah. That's the site that I ordered from. It says right on the site, it said June 29th. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It says street. What does it say? Hold on. Street something, street date or something.
Yeah. Paul Hodges joined us for a second there, and then he disappeared.
Oh, did he? So yeah, it says estimated street date is June 29th. So that's estimated. So it probably won't even come out then, right?
Yeah. So it's like, gosh, you're back into the middle of summertime by the time you get it.
Yeah, and that sucks because I need a drone.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to do. I'll have to wait for it, right? I sold my Air 2S early. Wanted to go sub 250 for the longest time, Paul, right? And I think this is the time to do it.
Well, I'm loving my Autel now. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
However, it just is underpowered. It just doesn't
Yeah.
to really, I get some amazing shots, as you know, with that drone out on the water at nighttime. But if there's any kind of a wind coming in off of Lake Huron and I've got to go up against it, at some point in time, it kind of stalls, especially once they clear the Blue Water Bridge. They usually pour the coals to it. They might be coming up through there at 7 knots. Then all of a sudden they're pouring the coals to it. And pretty soon they're doing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 knots. And that last cruise ship, that Viking cruise ship, man, I stalled forever trying to get around.
I seen you trying to get around that. I would have been scared. That was crazy.
I was too, and I was. And fact of it being the Wi-Fi and not OcuSync,
Yeah, you're lucky you got out that far, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I was getting warnings all the time that you know, a link was low and return to home and
Yeah, yeah.
all of that kind of thing. But I was determined I was going to get around in front of that ship, you know.
You're lucky to get around it because I was watching that video. You were trying to race up the side. It was pretty
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron's joined us. He's in his truck.
Yes,
Hey,
he
Ron.
is.
So
Hey,
he finished his shift.
oh my God. What did I have to earn my keep? Woo!
Did you guys get quite a few flights?
Nonstop. 10 minutes after I talked to you guys last night, we were out the door.
Wow.
And come back one time for 15 minutes.
And all night long, you just kept flying medical relief with the copter, huh?
We had one hell of a crash last night. Oh my God. It was bad. One car, the eastern side of North Dakota is like really the Cheyenne River is very flooded.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of these little back roads, back dirt roads, just flooded out, washed out. I don't quite understand how these people got so injured. It's from hitting water, but the car was completely submerged. There were 5 people in it. My patient had a punctured lung. He had a basilar skull fracture. He had a cervical spine and thoracic spine fracture. What else did he have? I forget. There was a young kid in the car. I'm not sure how old, but we had 4 aircraft at this accident.
Wow.
One kid, I think they said was young, like under 10 years old, went through the windshield and fractured both femurs. One leg was almost severed. Man, it was bad.
Oh, wow.
Broke a femur before. That's not fun.
Well, you know what? God bless you, Ron, for being there on the scene. Did anybody die yet from their injuries or?
I don't know. I heard one possibly may. The one did not sound good. Yeah, we had 2 helicopters and 2 planes there.
Wow.
Hello,
Planes
Hodges.
Hey
Hello,
guys,
Hodges. Bill's in the chat with us.
Bill.
Bill is on the panel without the camera.
Oh, good stuff. Glad to hear that. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Hey, Paul. How are you, buddy?
Hey, doing well. I had to go put a sign up in Mount Salem this morning, but I need a special name writer for it, and so I come down to Elmer to pick it up, and they're not open until 10 o'clock. So here I sit.
Bill is without a drone now. He did order the Mini 3, but they're not talking in Canada about being able to even ship until, what'd you say, Bill? June the 29th?
June 29th. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
A lot of people pissed off about that.
Yeah. Well, in Bill's case, if I had an extra drone, I'd just send him one and then tell him to send it back.
That would be cool, Paul, but I wouldn't be able to do that. I can't fly anybody else's drone, so that's not me.
And
I don't fly
there's
other people's
stickers. Justin is in on the panel too.
Justin, what's up, Justin?
Wait, hold on. Who's all in here? Oh, Bill. Oh, what's up, Bill?
Hey,
So I
Justin.
noticed-
What is up, buddy?
Murray, so I noticed that we're all at work except for you. So once again, you're not a team player.
Right back, guys.
I'm
Yeah.
heading home from work. That counts.
Mr.
Hold on,
Stickers. Yep. Well, Bill, I'm sorry to hear that the 29th. I've been kind of watching, and AZ has been doing some contacts with DJI on email. And so everybody's getting different dates.
Well,
So it's funny. Oh, sorry, Bill. Go ahead.
I just hope mine comes soon is all.
You know, it's
But it's
funny.
not
with
gonna happen. Go ahead, Justin. Sorry, buddy.
I was gonna say, Sarah was at work yesterday and she heard some guy in the lobby on the phone, and he's like, "Why the fuck would I buy a DJI Mini 3? I have two perfectly good Mini 2s." And she just like instantly knew what he was talking about. And I guess he was on the phone yelling at somebody about the Mini 3, and she thought it was hilarious.
Well, so much for washing my truck.
Oh,
Raining.
really? Why?
It's pouring.
So
Yeah, but I
just throw
can't,
some
You should.
can't keep this thing clean more than 2 days.
Well, at least it's not snowing yet, Ron.
Got to give it that. Yeah.
Just throw a puddle of Dawn dish soap on the top of it and run through the rain.
Yeah.
We should have seen the storm we had yesterday. Rainstorm. Well, thunderstorm. It was crazy. I never seen so much rain in my life. It was coming down in sheets.
They should come to Florida.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
There'll be times where you're driving down the road and you'll hit these walls of rain and you have to pull over because you can't see anything. Your windshield wipers just can't keep up with it.
Yeah, that's what it was like yesterday. I had to haul over because there was that much water on the road. I was afraid the car was going to get wet. Cut out on me, right?
Yeah, it happens quite a bit down here.
Yeah.
It's scary too when you're going down a highway at 60 miles an hour and all of a sudden you hit a wall of rain and you can't see and you're trying to pull over and not hit nobody. That's what's scary about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, AZ, it's going to be interesting to see. We were talking a little bit ago about how my Nano it seems to be underpowered. But AZ said he thinks it's just because it's so light and that the Mini 3 may react the same. I'm hoping not, because the speed seems to be higher in the ratings. But even in ludicrous mode on the Autel Nano, if you're going in no wind or steady wind, really light wind, it's fine. But if you get any kind of headwind or whatever, it just slows it down.
Is it much lighter than the Mini 2? Because the Mini 2 can handle wind like a champ.
I was just going to say that, Justin. It flies just as good as the Air 2S up on the wind.
Yeah, it's rated, the Mini 3 is rated to fly similar to between the Mini 2 and the Air 2S. So
that's kind of weird because the Mini 3, from what I've heard, is like right on the cusp of being 250. Like they didn't have 7 or 8 grams to play with like the old one. Like it's like if you put a skin on it, you're going to be over. Like there's no room for anything.
I think it's 2 grams or something like that.
Yeah, like once you put any kind of collision lights or anything on it, you're going to be well over 250.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because it's how much can they cram into a drone that size. And then everybody's like, well, remote ID, that's the reason why they're doing the 250. Yeah, but then they're just going to lower it to like 100. And then
You know what I mean.
Was DJI going to come out with a sub 100 drone? I mean, come on.
I'd like to see that, though.
I would too.
well, they did have, there was some leaked photos of a new FPV from DJI.
I've seen that too.
Yeah,
but
it's not my thing, but
didn't they say that guy used to have a family member that worked for DJI and doesn't anymore though?
Yeah.
So how credible is his leaks anymore if he doesn't have, unless he knows somebody else on the inside?
Yeah, unless the family member still is in touch and knows somebody, yeah.
I think all those leaks are put out by DJI anyway. So I don't think.
I think
yeah.
Bill, you're right. I think that it's all part of the game plan.
That's right.
I don't know. That drone just didn't look like. I don't know. It looked beat up, and then it looked like the DJI sticker was just put on it. I could be wrong. I'm just saying from the pictures I was looking at that Corey posted yesterday, I don't know. It looked beat up. It was all scratched up, and then it looked like somebody just stuck a DJI sticker on the
Well,
app.
You know, most FPV drones, except when you're brand new and take them out of the box, they're going to look beat up, scratched up anyway. It's just the
I know, but
nature of the
it
beast.
looked like that one had been flown a bunch. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like
it
how
is.
long? But it's like how long has that thing been out, and it's just now getting
Right.
leaked. I mean, usually when they're releasing a drone, it's on the. Usually when the leaks start coming out, it's on the
It's
production
super.
line being made,
Yeah.
and there's only a few, models actually out in the market within review or anything.
Could be already though.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. To me, it didn't look. I don't know. It kind of looked like somebody took like a Tiny Hawk type design and like a 4-inch or something, and just slapped a DJI sticker on the ass. But like I said, I could be wrong.
Yeah. Corey Mano just popped in and he said that's probably his job to so-called leak stuff from DJI.
I
Hey,
mean, it
good
could
morning.
be.
Stephen Dennis is in the chat.
I mean, you're never really gonna know, right? I mean,
All right.
unless you get like some internal paper, unless you somehow get some internal memos that are official from DJI saying, yeah, we did this and this and this. You're probably never going to know the truth because there's so much. I mean, so many people can say this and this, and I mean, eventually it just becomes so gobbled up you don't know what's true or not.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It is hard to say. So, Ron, what do you got? About an hour drive or more, or what?
Maybe a little less at this point.
So you're headed back to your regular job, right?
Yep. Yeah, back to Dickinson.
Back to the fixed wings. Okay.
Yep. Had a little fun. It was fun though. Had a good time.
You like the helicopter better or the fixed wing?
Oh, I'd rather run the helicopter. The helicopter's been my forte almost my entire career.
Well, did anybody give you guys a hard time about being the Hulk twins?
Yeah, he bitched.
Ron's a big boy, and his partner on the helicopter that was there is a big guy too. So it looked like the Hulk brothers were showing up on scene.
Both of them, I think. Oh, go ahead, Ron.
I was gonna say we were on top of the helipad up at Bismarck last night. I'm sitting up front, smiling, and he gets on the intercom, and Jerry heard him too. He says, "Hey, see? He goes, look at that torque gauge. That's because you two fat asses are on here." He was pulling some serious torque. Of course we were high on fuel too, so. But
Do you feel safer on the helicopter than the plane? Because I feel like I feel safer on the plane.
the nice thing about the helicopter, though, I mean, granted, we got 2 engines. That particular one, if we lose an engine, we can still land normally.
Right.
Single engine, yeah, you'd have to do an auto rotation, and hopefully, most of North Dakota is very flat, so that probably wouldn't be a problem. But I don't know. It's
Definitely
I don't
two
know,
different experiences, that's for sure.
yeah, airplane flies, the helicopter beats the air into submission. The way they describe it.
I've been on a helicopter twice, but it was just one of those little touring helicopters when I was younger. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a different feeling. I flew with my grandpa a bunch of times in his Mooney and his Cessna. It's definitely a different feeling each one.
I was never in a plane or a helicopter. Off the ground, anyways.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, airliners are fun to take off, and man, when your stomach drops when you're going to take off, I love that feeling.
I'm scared to death of heights.
So am I, believe it or not. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I think it's that enclosure that makes me feel okay. Yeah, don't ask me to get up on a ladder. The hell with that. but it's weird.
I don't
Heights
mind getting up
scare-
there, but when I get up there, I can't get down.
I mean, heights scare me to a certain point, but I can still climb up a tower if you let me. But there's always that nervous feeling in the back of your head, right? But I can still do it and come down just fine.
Yeah, it's like I said last night, you know, that adrenaline rush, you know, going to a call like that. I mean, I feel bad for those people, but as we say in the business, I didn't create that mess. I just got called to go help clean it up.
See, what was fun about the touring helicopter I went in when I was like 15 or 16, it was one of those little bubble helicopters, like a little four-seater.
Oh yeah,
But it didn't, yeah, but it didn't have any doors on it, so you were in like a 5-point harness. And so whenever the guy would make a sharp turn, you'd be hanging. It was so cool. You're like hanging right up, like where you could see the ground below you.
You wouldn't catch me dead in that.
Oh, it was fun.
AZ just put in the chat for me. He says, for your information, the DJI Mini 2, Mini 3, and the Nano Plus have wind resistance of 19 to 24 miles an hour.
And I think the Air 2 is rated not if the same or just a couple miles an hour more than the Mini 2.
Yeah, I always thought the Air 2s were rated at like 28 or 29 miles an hour.
I could be wrong. I don't remember. I don't think it was much of a difference though, because like I said, I've seen the Mini 2 handle some vicious
Crazy
wind.
wind. Mhm. I was flying in here in Newfoundland. It's crazy wind here most of the time, but I was flying out and my Air 2S was having struggles, and my buddy with his Mini 2 was just almost circling me. It was unreal. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
And yeah, I couldn't believe it when he was flying it.
Well, I've done a lot of my ship videos in kind of strong winds, you know, gusting up to 38 miles an hour, and it seemed to handle it just fine. But
Paul, were you puckering up a little bit when that Viking ship come up and you flew that again?
where I puckered up, yeah, when I got underneath the bridges, yeah, I started to like, okay, just please, Lord, let me get through here. So, but when I got up along the side and tried to go around the front, it really slowed down, and Bill noticed it, and then Paul saw it too, and I think Justin did. Is like
Yeah.
it took forever for me to get around the front of that ship. It's at one point in time when the ship was on the scene like this, and I was trying to go backwards and at the same time to get away from it. It just was, they were both right in pace. It was like I was trying to do that, and I was not.
Wow.
Finally, I just got it up enough steam to say, okay, here we go. So I went around in front of it, and it's like, oh my gosh, it was close.
But Paul, you know, I've been sitting there thinking about that, but I think that drone flies faster back and forward than it does sideways.
Yeah, I do too. Well, even my Air 2S is the same way. Sideways, it doesn't have the speed that it does, but it still has enough speed to do what I need it to do. Where forward, backwards, and direct into the wind, or direct reverse into the wind, it just seems to be about the same. But
No, or what?
well, and the other thing too is that being a Wi-Fi instead of OcuSync, there's a little bit of a lag from what the drone's doing to what the controls tell it to do and to correct. So when I go up alongside the ship, you'll see just a slight back and forth like this, and that's me correcting it.
Right.
And I probably don't need to correct it that's as long or that fast. And so it does this little, just a little bit of movement, you know?
It's probably better you do it as that freehand anyway. You go and do a quick shot on there and lock onto the, or do the follow me, and things liable to lock onto the ship and just keep going.
Yeah, well, with the bridges too, I don't want to do a quick shot because if I had it, it probably would detect the bridge at some point, but then you have to go and restart and take control and everything. By that time, it'd really screw up your shot. So, yeah,
Well, boys,
everything
I'm gonna have to. Sorry,
okay, go
Paul.
ahead, Bill.
I'm gonna take off here. I get people here messaging me. I'll probably see you in the chat here in probably a half hour or so.
Okay, Bill, thank you for
All
coming in and saving
See you, Bill.
my bacon here.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
Okay,
Later, Bill.
let me know if you
Bill.
hear anything more about the Mini 3 delivery dates.
Will do, buddy.
Okay,
All right, later, guys.
See ya.
I'm sure he'll let you know when he gets yours and you're still waiting.
yeah. Well, AZ has been in contact with DJI. DJI said that his is going to be in the first batch of the first shipments. And so AZ, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you indicate that they indicated that they would be shipping them out the 28th, 29th of May? Which then you got to add in that 3 to 5 days for shipping. But what David said is in his invoicing that he did when he ordered it, his isn't going to be shipped in Canada until June the 29th.
Wow.
And he'd already sold his drone, and his drone is gone, so he's droneless.
Well,
Right.
see, this is why I think it's good for most people just to wait to get it, because it's already going to take people a month or two to get theirs that they're already ordered. So that gives you a little time for people
Yeah.
to get it, play around with it. Now, in your case, Paul, I understand why you ordered it, because you only had so much time. So you had to order it now, otherwise you're going to lose that coupon.
Yep. I'd lose my discount. Yep. And because at some point in time, some of the retailers are going to end up with them popping in the stores, and then it's going to be just a battle about, if you really wanted to get it, battle about who's there first,
Yeah, but I think that everybody that's like really, really trying to get it right now have already ordered it. So I don't think it's going to be nearly as bad in a couple months. Because there's a lot of people out there that just aren't ready to buy it yet anyway.
AZ just put in the chat that his is supposed to ship on the 26th, which would be a week from the day.
Right.
Corey, you have a good, well, I wouldn't say have a good time. Corey's headed for the dentist appointment. I says, that's not a good time, but we all understand.
I don't know. It might be a good time for the simple fact that he's going to feel better after they're done doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah, but I would say doctors and dentists universally nobody looks forward to them, of the appointments.
Well, it's a little different, but my dental hygienist, I just went in for cleaning the other day. That was it. But do you remember the girl that when I went and got my hair cut that day?
Yeah.
Remember how cute she was?
Yeah.
My dental hygienist is cuter. Oh, and she's just so sweet and adorable. I love going in there to see her.
I wish I could find a dentist like Jennifer Aniston in Horrible Bosses.
I'll tell you, Sandy is good.
You guys
Good
seen that
looking
movie?
girl. She is a sweetheart.
Yeah, that was a good movie with Jennifer
Yeah.
Aniston.
That's what I'm saying. I never looked at Jennifer Aniston again after that movie. I'll never look at her the same.
Which movie was that?
Horrible Bosses.
Oh,
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
When she was the freak dentist that was always trying to sleep with the one dude.
Yeah. I met her in Westchester, Pennsylvania. I said, "Yep, my life is now complete."
Was
They were filming.
was she as good looking in person as she was in the movies?
Absolutely, and then some. Yeah, we was working part-time ambulance job. They filmed that movie Marley and Me.
Yeah.
They filmed a good portion of that in Pennsylvania, and that scene where the puppy was running across the one field, the whole film crew, her and Bob, the guy who was in the movie, whether Bob, I forget his last name, but anyhow, they were there. One of the film guys tripped and fell, and there was some broken glass out in this field. He cut his hand pretty good, and we got called out to it. Like, oh my God, it's Jennifer Aniston. And my partner, he's an EMT. But like, that's just a cut. You go take care of it. I'm gonna be waiting over here.
Not gonna lie, if I met Jennifer Aniston in person, I'd probably be like one of those dogs that just constantly trying to hump your leg, you know? As damn
She
it
is
if she's not a hot woman. Jesus Christ.
I mean, even today, she's like in her 50s. She's still a really good looking woman.
Yeah, she is. So I said, fuck around with me. I'll be one of those dogs.
Hey, JD has joined the chat.
What's up, JD? JD, you coming on Matt's on Friday? I know he was asking, but he texted me after the show and asked me where you were at. I told him I didn't know.
Well, JD put in there, he said hello to everybody. He says, Murray, McStickers, and Ron.
Kind of became an official part of Matt's show. You can't just disappear like that.
Yeah.
5, 6, where are you? 401, 345.
Oh my God, is that bed sounding good? Ugh. Can't wait.
So what time do you have to start your shift for the fixed wing?
8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Okay, so you got a little bit of a break when you get there. You can go get some rest and.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there should be nobody at the apartment today, so I should have the place to myself. I'm gonna catch some serious Z's. My plan was today was to fly the drone on the way home. There's a little town on the way back. It's called Hebron, Hebron, and up on one of the only hills in North Dakota, there's a gigantic cow, big ceramic cow, and I wanted to go up and fly around that cow, but not in this weather.
No, not in the rain.
No.
Be
So I
different
took
if
my
it was.
drone.
It'd be different if it was a nice spring sunny day. You know.
Like it kind of was last night.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was supposed to rain tomorrow. I knew it was getting weather tomorrow, but not today. Oh my heaven. But yeah, I'll show you some pictures tonight. You got to see the flooding up in northeastern North Dakota.
A lot of water, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah. It took us an hour and 10 minutes to get to that accident scene. Oh.
Yeah, flying with Stan. How you doing? Yeah, AZ did order the Mini 3 Pro with the controller.
And does that surprise anybody?
Yeah. AZ could probably answer you, but I think was emailing back and forth with DJI, and that's how he got kind of a confirmation somewhat of shipping.
If they had multiple colors, AZ would have got one of each color. That's what he didn't he do that with the Nano? I think he bought the 2 different ones because they were 2 different colors. The Nano Plus.
Yeah.
I would just love to go in his house and play with his collection one day. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, like a
Like
mausoleum.
seriously. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like a damn toy store in there for grown-ups.
Yeah, we all have our toys.
Yep.
How's that saying go? Just because we get older doesn't mean our toys get less, but they may get more expensive.
Yep. Yeah, with age comes the higher priced toys. Yep.
Absolutely. But it's really putting it. It's
What's that,
almost hard
Ron?
to see. It's almost hard to see. Raining hard.
It's raining that hard you can hardly see, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna get out and dig up the valve real quick and repaint it. I'll be right outside the truck. The valve is damn near buried in the grass and dirt. So I gotta dig it out. Now I gotta go back to this Chinese restaurant, this Japanese steakhouse later, and tell them to get the hell of the cables off the damn. They got like 5 different things strapped to by cables to the damn meter. The freaking ladders and everything else.
Takes all kinds, huh?
Justin, it sounds like you get pissed off at a lot of people out there.
Yeah, I think he does.
Just fucking stupidity. Why would you strap shit to a gas meter? I don't understand.
Well, it's just like, one of the dumbest things that Justin has pointed out is that a lot of these like commercial restaurants, they on the top of the gas meter, they have where you put your cigarette butts and stuff. It's like, hello.
That's where I
Gas.
come in.
Yeah.
Job security. Well, of course, situation like that, not going to have a survivor. It's going to be a cleanup.
Yeah, it's going to be an explosion and there'll be body parts and everything all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
But is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think in a lot of cases, people just don't think.
Oh, there's JD.
JD,
Hey,
how you doing?
how's it going?
Mr. Stickers would be glad to see you.
Make stickers.
You at home, JD?
Yep.
Playing hooky today?
Yeah, I'm going to the Royals game later today. So
Oh, I always like that stadium because what is it? I-94 or goes right next to it, or no, I-70. I-70.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, 70.
Yeah,
But
they
on that
redid
highway.
the
Sorry.
stadium like 10, probably a little over 10 years ago. It's really nice now.
Oh, they redid it.
Yeah.
Well, I was out there in the late 80s, so I went to a couple of Royals games, and it was really nice. In the stands, you could see the field and everything well. And
Yeah, I don't really remember now. I know it seems like the outfield didn't connect. There was something weird in the outfield.
yeah, it was just grass out there,
But yeah, now you
It
can
was
actually get
elevated. Yeah.
you can actually get right down and overlook on the field. They have standing room only, and I think they did it when the All-Star game came. They got a little money to spruce it up.
Hey, JD, is your mother doing better?
Yeah. Yeah, she was supposed to go to the game today, but I guess she's not feeling like going. So it's supposed to be hot, so she probably doesn't want to sit out there. My dad had
ended
ended
up-
up with it, but
She had COVID, right?
yep. And then my dad got it, and they're both over it, I guess, and doing good. So luckily, it was a minor. They had all their shots, so that probably helped a little bit.
Well, as you see, you may not have heard yet, Ron, but the news today was saying that an outbreak of the monkeypox is hitting the East Coast.
The monkeypox.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
you start doing that.
And the
Yeah.
monkeypox is prevalent in Africa.
You get bumps under your armpits, so you have to.
You have to scratch. Yep. And that's it's a lymph node virus that causes swelling and all kinds of things. Yep.
Oof. Hey, AZ, Sarah, flying with Stan.
But the research shows that it's only transmitted by bodily fluids. So unless you go kiss a monkey or hump the monkey.
Oh man. Ooh.
Other than that, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. It's not airborne. Yet.
Oh, JD popped in. What's up, man?
Yeah.
What up?
You coming on Friday or what?
I think so. I'm off work again tomorrow, so we'll see.
You just
Well,
been working a lot?
Justin said that Matt had been asking about you.
Well, like I said, you kind of become a part of his show now. He kind of expects you there. So, not that you have to be there, but you know, he's just kind of used to you coming in. Kind of like Ron. If Ron disappears more than a couple of weeks, they'll be calling and bugging Ron too.
Hey,
The sad
Lynn.
part is,
That's what happened, JD, when you become famous like you are, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot of weight to carry.
Yeah, everybody wants JD to come on their show, and I'm sure you get inundated the emails, the invites. Don't forget to be there. Don't forget to be there. Yeah.
No, that's what I said. I mean, Matt really likes you, man, because like that's why he sent you the shirt and shit. A lot of other people were pissed off because me and you got shirts.
Yeah, I saw Newfound just showing his off. He made put some photos of
Was he
it.
one of the ones that won one? I can't
Yep.
remember. Did Chris ever get his?
I'm not sure.
I wonder if Matt's gonna have to. If not, I'll send him the one I have if he doesn't get it. Because I mean, I got two of them anyway. So I don't even wear the one I have because it's so fucking big. But if worst case scenario, I'll just send Chris one of the ones I have if he doesn't receive it. 'Cause I feel bad if he didn't get it. That shirt that he won from Matt, he still hasn't got his, but everybody else that won the last 2 weeks got theirs. So,
Well, you
I don't
know, it would be a good chuckle would be for either one of you to take your T-shirts in and get fitted and have a seamstress, fit it up the side so that it's nice and snug and tight. And then you can dance around for Matt and say, this is the way they're supposed to.
get it made in a wife beater, have it redone in a wife beater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should
Nah.
get the sleeves off.
Yeah.
Well, you already got to stretch the neck out too. That's like an Aussie thing, you know.
Yeah, I did that first thing.
Okay.
You gotta. Well, there's a way to shrink shirts. Yeah, I think you gotta wash them in hot water or cold water.
Yeah, but you can only go so much. I mean, that's a triple X, and I wear medium. So,
sent you a triple X.
yeah.
Well, see, that's why I always buy double XL shirts because by the time they shrink down, they're an extra large than I normally wear. If I buy extra large, they'll shrink down to a large, and then they'll be a little too small for me. So I always buy 2XL, and then they'll end up shrinking down and fitting perfect.
Lynn popped into the chat.
What's up, Lynn?
Hey, Libby.
Lynn. So Lynn is camping? Is that what I've been hearing?
Yeah. Oh, where's Murray? Oh, you leave? Yeah, she's been camping. She's been driving the campsites and stuff.
Awesome.
Which the problem was is I guess she left the other day and she drove off and forgot her medication and a bunch of other shit that she needed. So it kind of made her a couple days of camping kind of, I guess, kind of bleh.
Yeah, I
She
heard
didn't have
that.
She didn't have all her medication and everything.
Is her camper the one that, is it a pole behind or is it a,
No,
All
it's
in
one
one.
of the, I think it's a class B. It's one of the like mini size, like the medium size ones that are drivable, you know?
nice?
I think it's a class B. I could be wrong. I'll probably kick my ass if I get that wrong. But I want to say it's a class B. It's one of the medium sized ones.
Oh, she's coming home today, it looks like.
I mean, it's a big enough one to probably 3 or 4 people could sleep comfortably for a few days. I don't know if you'd want to live in there with 3, 4 people, but that's
My
what I
parent-
love about. That's why I always laugh my ass off about RVs, right? It's like they'll build these RVs and they'll try to sleep as many people as possible in them. They'll be like, it's a 30-foot RV that can sleep 32 people. It's like, yeah, how about take all those sleeping spaces out and make it comfortable for 2 or 3?
Yeah. Class
Yeah, I don't
B Fleetwood B plus touring cruiser, 30-foot with 1 slide.
Oh, I was right. Okay, Class B. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was the size of it. Because I do like watching those RV channels, like where they take you on the walkthroughs of all the new designs and shit. And I was pretty sure that was a Class B.
Oh, damn it. It's getting
How much more you got to go, Ron?
about 25 miles.
I don't know if you heard JD, but Ron just got done working a 12-hour shift on the copters, and they had a hell of an accident. Of what was it? How many? 5 or 6 people?
Like 5.
5 people hit into. There've been flooding up there, and hit the water. And one of the kids went right through the windshield, and
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
back injuries, neck injuries, all kinds of stuff.
Jeez.
Now, Ron, how many people can you guys transport at a time? Like, say there's an emergency, you got 2, 3 people that need to get to the hospital quick. Can you just throw them in there and haul ass?
No, we can only take one. We had 4 aircraft on the scene last night.
Oh, wow.
Like you said, they hit the water, like they were driving and it into the
Yeah,
water
they
and
were
it
on-
stopped them.
Yeah, the whole northeast portion of North Dakota is just severely flooded. Probably more today if it's raining up there, but I'm still trying to figure it out. We got there, it was just complete chaos. But one of the firemen came up to me and he said, he said, it's lucky everybody is still here. He said the car was completely up over the roof with water. I just can't understand. They had to have rolled. They had to somehow, or flipped or something to get injuries that bad.
Huh.
Crazy. It was an all one family or what?
Yeah, supposedly.
Jesus Christ, that's going to be a hell of a bill right there. You have, what, 4 or 5 aircraft, you said?
Yeah.
Well, Ron, how many? Give us the breakdown again on the guy that was hurt the worst.
I don't know whether it was mine or the one kid. He said the one kid. I didn't see him. I don't know how old he was, but he's the one who went through the windshield. Both his femurs were broke, and the one leg was broke so bad he said his leg was almost severed. But my guy, he had what they call pneumothorax, in other words, a punctured lung. He had what they call a basilar skull fracture. And one of the ways you can tell that is they'll have like bleeding or almost like a clear fluid coming out, or a mixture of both. coming out of one or both ears. That's a tall tale sign right there. He had a cervical 7, thoracic 1, what they call a subluxation fracture. Both his knees were just all cut to hell. One hand. He was top of the hurt worse list. I know that. He was hurt. What was kind of nice to see though was everybody went to one hospital, and we were next to last of getting in there. You wouldn't believe the amount of people. Holy smokes. But it was very orderly. And come in the door, and the one doctor I know, they had like multiple trauma teams in there, but he came in, and or we came in, he said, everybody in the room be quiet. This gentleman is going to give me a report. Like, whoa, you feel like you're front and center in the stage. But he ran the show. So yeah, it was bad. Haven't seen one like that in a little while.
Right, that's bad accident there.
Hey, TJ's in the chat.
He was
Mr.
online.
Galos. Huh.
Oh, come on, baby, come on.
Yeah, unlike you, Ron, when you first described it earlier, you said you just in your mind try to figure out how water can cause that.
Yeah. It just was strange. I'm going to call the ambulance today, maybe, and see if I can figure out just how that happened.
And it was it a highway?
It was like an old dirt road. And
Huh.
most of them were young. They were like teenagers and early 20s. But somebody said it was all one family. I'm like, okay.
Well, so you guys landed in a field or in the dirt road?
We landed right on the dirt road.
So were you kind of trucking around in mud? Was it muddy because of the water? Or?
No, the portion we were on was perfectly dry.
I wonder if they were like off. I wonder if they were off-roading or something. And
No, I think they were just
Lost control, right?
going too damn fast. So
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you hit water, it's gonna stop you if it's that deep. So I guess it would be like hitting a
Yeah.
object.
yeah,
AZ's serenading everybody. He says Paul Hodges, and he's got music bars on the road again, having free coffee on the road again.
yep.
If AZ came up here, he could sing it for us.
Yeah.
there you
And
go. There we go.
Sarah's in the chat, and so is Marshall, and TJ, and Lenny.
They're
See, the last week or two, Paul, you've been getting some new people coming on. I mean, coming on to the panel. Like, I've never seen Bill come on before.
Yeah, it's really nice that he even comes in on voice, you know.
Justin
That-
Sarah says to bring her some taco truck tacos for lunch, please.
I'm not going to be in that area.
I don't think that was the answer she was looking for.
I don't
No,
think so.
Justin, you should have said, Justin, the right answer is, now this is just a coach from me. You say, yes, Sarah, anything you desire.
Yes, my dove.
That's it.
I can say that, but I don't want to be lying to her though.
Well, you don't lie to her. You just make a side tour. You just do it.
Yeah.
If you showed up with tacos for her lunch, you'd be the hero of the week.
You'd be having tacos for dinner too.
Jesus Christ. That was
Lenny says, Justin, don't listen to Paul.
Just call your boss, Justin, and say, listen, my
Gotta
wife
fin-
contacted me, threatened me with bodily harm.
Yep.
If I don't bring these tacos, I'm not going to physically be able to come to work tomorrow. So, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
What do you think, JD?
I think so. Tacos for the win.
Mr. Giggle says, let's taco about it.
Justin, one of these days, I'm just waiting for you to explode and say, you assholes are always on Sarah's side.
All
My
right.
friends, my buddies.
That's because Sarah sticks up for us against to Justin,
Yeah.
Because if he starts picking on anybody too much, Sarah pipes right in, knock it off, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Right, Justin?
Oh yeah. She does it all the time when I pick on Murray. And she does it when I pick on Ron too.
Yeah. Bill says, holy man.
Guys gonna be able to hang with me another 10 minutes?
Oh, sure.
I think 10, 15 minutes I should be there.
Yeah, we don't want you falling asleep.
I'm telling you.
What, are you going home and just knocking out when you get there?
I'm going back to the apartment.
Back
I think
to
the worst I ever was JD. I was in your area going across Kansas, and I was up all night, and my brother was in a kind of a bad situation. I was in Colorado. I picked up everything and just left Colorado and drove to Kansas. I remember, just slapping myself in the face and windows down, music up.
Well, I tell you what, Kansas is a surprising state in the fact that the first time I went out to Kansas City to take a look at moving out there when I got the franchise for Little Caesars, I left here. We got to St. Louis about, I want to say dinner time. So I figured, well, a couple hours we'll be to Kansas City. Hell no. Now, I didn't get to Kansas City till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. It's good deer hunting in Kansas. And
Yeah.
turkey hunting.
Yeah, I hunted one with my car a few years ago. A
Oh,
deer.
did you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can do some damage.
Yeah,
My car.
totaled it.
Well, Paul Hodges gets calls every once in a while to go out and get the deer that have been hit. And they turn around and they gut them and clean them and make sausage out of them. And
Me and Sarah got in an accident when Kelsey was a baby. We got hit by a deer. Fucking sideswiped our car when we were doing about 50 down the road.
That's what happened to me. It hit the side of my car. Like I couldn't have, there was no avoiding it.
Yeah, you didn't even see it coming, did you?
No.
Yeah, we didn't either. All Sarah said was deer, and by the time she said that, it fucking smacked us. And then when we all kind of came to out of the shock, man, that fucker was already gone. So.
That's what, yeah, mine just got up and looked at me and ran off.
I never even saw the damn thing. It was that quick. It hit us and then was gone. But it didn't total our car, luckily. It just kind of smashed in the back driver's side door real bad. But it was still drivable and everything.
St. Louis to KC is a trek, yeah. Seems like it goes forever.
How far is the ball game from you, JD?
It's about 40 minutes,
Not bad.
35, 40.
You gotta go kind of around town out to the east side, and he's over on the southwest side.
Yeah, we're picking somebody up, so I think we'll probably go down 35 to 70
Okay.
instead of normally we'd go 435, just take it around that loop.
Hold on, what are you going to do?
Going to the Royals game, day
Kansas
game,
City Royals. Who they playing, JD?
White Sox.
White Sox.
You're going today to do that?
Yep, 1 o'clock
Yeah.
start time.
Awesome.
I like those day games.
How
Those
much,
night ones-
how much is the parking there nowadays? You know?
Jeez, man, it was like 12 or 13 forever, and now it finally went up. It's $20.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think when I was there, it was like 9 to 11 now.
They held that forever because Arrowhead it's up to like 30 or 40 for the Chiefs games. And I'm always surprised when I went to the Royals, it was so cheap. And now this year I was like, okay, they did it finally. 20 still isn't terrible, but the Chiefs games are bad because you pay all that money, and I've had to go up a curb to park in the grass before after paying $40. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm in a car, not an off-road vehicle going up these giant curbs. Like, what the heck's what I pay
Is
for?
Andy Reid still coaching the Chiefs?
Yep.
He used to go to Philadelphia
Yep.
a good number of years.
And it's funny. There's a lot of look-alike ones around here that dress up like him, and it's pretty
Really?
funny how many people actually look like him.
His last couple of years with Philadelphia were not good. That's when his kids were getting in all that trouble.
Oh, they did it here too. He almost killed a girl, paralyzed her, and one of his sons was drunk driving and on pills and everything. And they were stopped on an off ramp, these people, and he came up barreling full speed, rear-ended him while he was on his phone, paralyzed this little girl. And
Wow.
Well, you know what sucks too is when your kids do shit like that and you're still, it's famous or anything. It can play havoc with your career, and it's not even your fault, right?
it was
It's your
during the
kids.
playoffs. It was right during,
the playoffs. Yeah, I remember that.
because it screwed up Andy, and all the whole team was probably, I'm sure, like, what the hell?
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's companies out there that will fire you because of something your fucking kid did. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can ruin your whole career just because they did something stupid, and you're semi-famous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was bad. And then he was trying to fight to keep his ability to drive through that whole thing while the girl's fighting for his life. He's trying to get, or for her life, he's trying to get his driving privileges back. Like, what are you?
Yeah. Of course, the news agencies, they're all on top of it all. Nobody just lets it lay,
Right.
Yeah, Lenny was on the phone, I think it was a year ago or so, when her company car, she works for Walmart. I think it was south of Chicago, Indiana, or someplace like that. A deer smacked the side of the car and took the side of the car out, and she was on the phone with her, and they were talking.
Well, TJ saw a Royals game.
Yeah.
Old giggles
Oh,
in
yeah,
Kansas City.
I've only ever been to one professional game. It was the Dodgers, as far as baseball is. It was a Dodgers game years ago.
Well, that's
And the
probably a big
only,
stadium.
The only professional sport I haven't been to is a NFL game. I've been to like NASCAR, basketball. I've been to baseball. I used to go to NASCAR every year. My dad used to get free tickets every year. I went to California Speedway like 3 or 4 years in a row. That was 4 years in a row. The first 4 years it was open.
We have the
then I
track
went
right here. I
to-
need to get out to one of those.
And then I went to the Las Vegas Speedway one year. NASCAR's kind of, to me, it's kind of boring watching on TV, but in person, it's fucking fun because just the
Yeah.
rumbling of the cars are so loud, and you go down by like the fence area, down by the very edge, man, they'll blow your fucking hat right off your head. It's so,
Well, Kansas City has drag racing too, don't they?
I don't know if they brought that back.
Didn't it used to be like north of the town?
Topeka, the Topeka Speedway.
Yeah,
I think they brought it. It seems like they shut it down and brought it back.
okay.
I think it's back now. IRL. I don't know. Yeah, there was some kind of. We got the NASCAR track too.
Yeah. I kind of miss going to used to go to the Pocono 500. That was only an hour and a half from there.
Right back, Mia wants to go out again. Again.
I've never seen NBA. I think that's one of the only ones.
Let's go a Lakers game once.
Yeah, I've never been to a basketball game either. Professional.
I don't really remember who the fuck they played because this was years ago. I did a lot of this stuff when I was in my teens.
Hockey games are pretty fun.
I haven't been to one of those either. The hockey was never really, I don't know, it just was never as popular, I guess, as basketball, especially in California. It wasn't really super popular.
Yeah, I've never really been into
I don't
it,
even
but
know
seeing
if
it
they-
live is pretty sweet. Fighting and
Some
stuff.
sports are like that, right? They're really boring to watch on TV, but you go and watch it in person, and they're really fun. That's why I said, like, the NASCAR races are really fun. If you have a portable scanner, you can take the scanner and listen to the pit crews live,
Yeah.
or you can rent one and fly it there.
Can't you take your own cooler and stuff into?
Every speedway's got different rules. Like some of the speedways, you can if you're like if you have certain tickets, like in the pit area and stuff. And then there's some that allow you to bring it in. I think it just varies on the speedway.
Yeah, Lynn, Detroit Red Wings. That was my team on the video games. Old Sega
One year I
hockey.
had, when I was 16, I had pit tickets for where I got to be in the pit at California Speedway because you had to be 16 or older at the time. So I was able to we got pit passes and we were able to sit down in the pits and watch the race. It's pretty cool. You're only like,
Newfound says the girls have not stopped calling since I received the shirt this morning. Talking about his Matt
Oh,
bump
geez.
shirt.
can't wait to tell Matt that. It's going to blow his head up even more.
You know, the thing it is, I never got a shirt. Must be getting low on the totem pole list.
Yeah.
He said he was going to send me one.
Well, you know. What you got to do is you got to remind JD to remind Justin to remind Matt. You know, it's kind of like the circle
just-
thing.
We'll just turn mine into a communal shirt and we'll just pass it around.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that long ago. Remember they had a drone they were sending around the world. You'd initial it, fly it, and then send it on to the next person. And
That's pretty cool.
yeah. Yeah, you'd take a magic marker and you'd put your name on it and then send it to the next person and they'd send it to the next person.
Hopefully nobody crashed it.
Yeah.
Somebody did. I think it was Ken Herron who did that.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Somebody did crash it. By the way, JD, I think I need to bring my case with legal. So if you want to pencil me in.
In other words, you're hiring JD to be your representative to Matt.
Oh, he's part of the legal team.
Yeah.
What was my role
Like
in that?
Better Call Saul.
You're HR.
Yeah.
Well, your HR, no, your HR/medic, your mobile medic.
Yeah.
Mobile
That's
man.
mobile medic. Yep.
You have to carry his blood around with him just in
You-
case something
Pump him full of uppers and downers.
happens.
Might be an HR moment too.
Yeah. Bill says that he won his T-shirt.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
got to do the whole. He's got to do the whole Michael Jackson thing and pump Matt full of drugs.
That's right.
Praise
Elvis.
the Lord.
Well, when Matt starts doing the Michael Jackson dance on stage, that's the one, you know, moonwalking and the high voice. Woo! Yeah.
What were you saying, Justin, that he says he's going to do stuff and then he like takes 6 months, like he was supposed to do my intro.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to do your intro like 6 months ago. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
But if it's a song about him, he'll get it done in like a day.
Yeah.
There's also, isn't he working on that project that we all sent videos to him for?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but the problem, we were trying to get more people to send in. Murray, we needed a 10-second clip from Murray, but I don't know if he knows how to send that shit to Matt.
No, I don't.
I might have to just. pull a clip
That's
from
right up
Murray's
there.
face.
That's right up there with your worshiping stickerism. You know what I mean? It's just
You sent stuff to what's his the wizard. Didn't you send
well,
stuff to
yeah,
him?
he walked me through it step by step by step.
Well, I think Matt can even send a request through Google to have you, and you just answer his request by dropping it in there. I'm sure all that Google stuff has
Well,
that.
I didn't Justin, didn't you get a clip I sent you?
No, remember I was out that day. I don't think it worked.
Oh, okay.
I might need you to try it again. You just pull up Messenger, pull up my name, and then drag over a video and send it to me.
Oh, that's even, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but does it come in
It will
full?
probably test-
Does it come in full 4K or does it drop it to 1080p?
No, it will just send it as an MP4 file.
A what?
It'll be just send it. It sends it normal.
Really?
It will send it as an MP4 file.
MP before what file? What?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. I said if you send it, it will send it as an MP4 file. So it should leave it exactly as it is.
Oh, okay.
And then I mean, you could even send it directly to Matt. You don't even have to send it to me. Just send it straight to him through Messenger.
He's on Messenger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if you're friends with him on Facebook.
Well, I don't. Yeah, okay.
You
Oh,
guys
no.
think there's a point that this might be like getting too late to do it?
That's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Thanks, Ron, for the help. That's Ron's way of saying, stop picking on Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna try this again. Pull up Messenger.
Can I do that while this is on?
You should be able to, yeah. Just put Messenger up on one of your screens you're not using, or just put it over top of stuff real quick.
Wait a minute, I got to figure out how to find Messenger.
Oh, gee.
Messenger. Okay.
And then pull my name, click on my name, find me, and click on it, and pull up our last conversation. And then go to your videos in your computer, pick one of your night videos that you did of the ship, and just grab onto it and drag it over to the send bar and drop it. And it should drop in as an MP4 file, and then you just send it to me.
I pulled you up. Now I got to open up another box with my.
I've seen how many tabs you have open. Don't try to play me.
Okay.
And then just grab like a little 2 minute or 1 minute if you have any little short clips, or even a 3 minute. It doesn't really matter. That's a great thing about messengers. You can send as big of a video as you want through it. It'll let you send it. And just drag it over and see if it drops into my messenger.
Do I copy it or drag it?
Drag it. This is how I figured out how to send videos from my computer to my iPhone.
Every time I try to drag it, it doesn't drag. When I click on it to drag it, it just pops it up.
Are you clicking and holding?
Yeah.
Okay, try copying it and putting it in the send bar and see what happens.
Copy.
I know on mine, I can just grab it and drag it and drop it, and it's a PC too, so I don't know why yours won't do it.
Okay. Paste.
Well, hey, Paul.
Yeah. You
Thank
there?
again. I'm here.
All right. You go get some sleep, buddy.
I'm hurting.
Yeah.
I gotta drop out.
Well, hey, at least you didn't drop out the wrong time.
Yeah, I know. That last 15, 20 miles that was tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're glad that we were there with you.
Yep. Well, thank you guys. Good luck with that project.
All right, Ron.
And sooner or later they'll give up, and then I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
JD, have fun at the game.
All right, thanks. Get some rest.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay,
All right,
Ron.
later.
Take care.
I'm out. See ya. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Whoa. Yeah, I should probably think about getting.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I think we're going to shut her down. You got to get things going because you got to get roundabouts and you got to pick somebody up before you go. And
Yeah, my dad's picking me up and then picking up my dad used to work with me at the company I work for. He was the maintenance supervisor, so it's one of his old employees, old buddy, Gerhardt.
now, is the concession stand real expensive there, like it is?
Oh yeah.
At the You know, it's like
Yeah, you
it's like $8 or $10 hot dogs, and yeah.
Yep. The
Yeah, you
tickets I
go,
got.
they're having a special. Oh, go ahead, JD.
The tickets I got came with $15 credit each ticket. They were $50 a ticket and then $15 credit. So
Well, luckily for you, it's $15 beer day.
yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, you'd have to sip a long time, just sip to make it last the game.
And then it's hot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, everybody, in the chat, thanks for being here. We're going to Marshall says you still have 3 hours to stay live. LOL.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
only 8 there.
Yeah. Well, Marshall, thanks for being here, hanging with JD and Lenny, everybody, Newfound Bill, and of course, Ron and Justin. Thanks for being here, and we'll see all of you again next time, and probably this evening.